This is one of the designs in my shop based off one of the 3D meshes I've created. It's a tall marshmallow candy, and I made it delineated in the front so that you can paint it several colors. Now it will need to overlap in the back, and so you'll have to decide where you want your colors to end, and I'll show you more what I mean later. But I'm just painting this one in pastels, and I will list those for you. But this is Rosemarie by Craftsmart mixed with white. I also used Lilac by Craftsmart, Daffodil by Apple Barrel, Cloudless by Apple Barrel, Key West by Apple Barrel, and Pumpkin by Apple Barrel. And I mix those with white as needed to make them a little bit more pastel. A question I get asked a lot about the 3D prints is, do you have to prime them? The answer is no, you don't have to prime them. This is just directly painting on this. You can prime them if you'd like. You could use a matte white chalk paint if you wanted. It really depends on how much pigment your paint actually has in it. I've noticed that some acrylic paints are a little bit more watery, less pigment in them, and maybe you like that sheer look, and so that would be fine for you. But if you want a little bit more of a solid color, maybe you have to do a couple of coats. But for me, these are mixed with white, and it made the color stick a little bit better, and so I did not have to prime it. And you can see here I'm choosing where to overlap my colors, and I will show you a slower video of that later so that you can see how I overlapped them. Now this is Key West, and it's very close in color and tone to Cloudless by Apple Barrel, which is my next color. So I wanted to make it a little bit more of a warmer green. I added a little bit of yellow to it and a little bit of white to make it more green instead of the aqua color that it is. So this is my color overlap if you needed some inspo when you decide to do this project. And now I'm just going to add some Mod Podge. This is completely dry. I'm going to add some Mod Podge all over it, and then I'm going to add some iridescent glitter. And I couldn't resist. This year I'm going to do a Candyland tree, and I wanted a bright candy to do. And this is kind of giving me Lisa Frank vibes a little bit. I love it so much. So I went ahead and painted that, and I'm Mod Podging it, and then I'm going to glitter it. Now, I did poke a hole in the bottom. You can do that with a hot knife. This is just basically plastic. It's PLA. It's a 3D print. And so it will melt with a lot of heat. So I was easily able to poke a hole in the bottom and put in a stick. You could also wrap this in cellophane and make it look like candies that way, or you could just set it into a wreath, glue it into a wreath. It can be a great wreath attachment as well. I'm just going to kind of set it in my tree since it's going to have a stick on it. So here's the completed pastel lollipop on a stick. And here's the vibrant one. Which one's your favorite? Let me know in the comments.